Hey everybody, and welcome back. So today, of course, I had to make a quick video about the new launch from Elcie, and that is the bronzer. Clearly, I'm just going to pick up the one shade. If I had like a kit, or if I was like a practicing makeup artist, you would do well to pick up all of the ones, or at least ones you consistently would work with. But I just got the lightest one, which is called Light. And I wanted to do a first impression of it. Since I have not used it, I picked it up yesterday. This is just what the compact looks like. It is a matte, but it's not a soft matte like NARS. Compact. It has 9 grams or 0.31 ounces. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. This is what the compact just looks like, and that is what the lightest shade looks like as well. I did try out the medium because I think technically speaking you can use your normal shade as a bronzer, and if you want to go a little bit deeper, let's just say to contour, if you don't want to use the same powder, you can go one shade down. So I was playing around with the medium, but it was just a little bit too warm for my personal preference. But it's a really nice soft formula, and one thing I will take note of is the fact that this powder is formulated without talc. So if that's something you try to stay away from, or you'd prefer not to be in a product, this is talc free, which I think is amazing because it is in her minimalist palette, but it is not in the bronzer. So if that is something that is important to you, I appreciate it so much. Anyway, going ahead, getting right into it, I'm just going to start off and I want to bronze first to see how this just goes all over. And I want to use the Morphe G0, which is my favorite, just all over. This looks like, I'm so used to just kind of like, I don't want to say digging into products, but just when you first use something you don't know, put a little bit too much pressure on that. So let me just dust a little bit of that off so we don't get a super bronzer helmet. There's a little bit of kick up, but I don't personally mind that as long as the product is good. I have everything else in my face on, so blush and highlight and all that. Okay, I kind of like that. Even though I did pick up a lot of product, it's not coming off so strong as if, sometimes when you pick up too much eyeshadow and it's just like, oh, and you can't blend it out. This looks really nice, even though I did have that initial extra on there. So just do a little bit this time on this side. At first I was wondering if this was going to be like too light. It's always so hard to tell when you have fair skin with really, really light bronzing powders, because you feel like they're going to be too light, they're not barely going to show up, or they just clearly look way too orange or way too red. So I like the naturalness that this is giving. It is just, there's no, in my opinion, the amount of warmth in this is so subtle, and I think that that works well with fair skin. So with each shade out of the 4 shades, if this is any indication how they work, they're probably just going to be that beautiful glow, like a hint of color on your skin tone. You don't have to be light just like I am. It just is going to go according to which powder you buy, and it'll give you the same effect. It's just going to be a different overall color, clearly based upon your own skin tone. But as I'm seeing here, it just adds a nice amount of color, and it's not overly pigmented, which yes is a bad thing in certain products because it makes it hard to fix your mistakes if you happen to be a little bit heavy-handed. Okay, so I'm happy with the way that looks. I want to go in with a different brush and just see how it builds up, and I'm going to go back in with my Real Techniques number 100 brush. It just looks like this, and put a little bit specifically just towards the back of my cheekbones. Okay, it builds up nicely. It's not, it doesn't have very much of a cool tone tendency to it, so it's not like a super like, I want to say like defining, because I like to use bronzer as bronzer slash contour. That's just like a personal preference, like versus having two products to put on a daily basis. So this one, it does build up nicely. It's just not quite as cool tone as I'd prefer to use as a dual product, but I don't mind that if it looks nice one or the other. I like that. There's not like a noticeable line. I know that sometimes the colors can look a little off on camera from in person, just looking in the mirror right now, but it is a nice warmth. I don't tend to mess with the bottom of my jawline. I know that's a popular place. I personally just don't put product there, especially because a lot of my foundation is oxidized, so you can see a big difference between my neck and here. And since my foundation matches, I'm going to leave it. But as far as just like a natural glow around the forehead and cheekbone area, I feel like this is a nice evening product. So I'm going to continue to use it, and I'll update you in the description box below. But if you, I don't know, have any questions I didn't answer about the product, then feel free to shoot me a question in the comments below. I'll get back to you. But anyway, of course, it's a new Elcie product. I had to get on here and talk about it a little bit. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you very soon in my next video.